It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition of the program, and that brings us Megan Huffman from SHARE Greater Lynchburg and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation. Each and every Tuesday, she joins us, and she brings us a guest from the nonprofit world.
Yes.
Hi there.
Hi. How is it already another week?
I don't know.
Time.
This entire year, I
know.
think, has just flown by. I can't believe that it's the end of February already.
We were just talking about
Yeah.
the snow just smushed everything.
It really did. Well, we got lucky. We could have got crushed with that bomb cyclone. That could have affected us if it just would have bombed a little further inland.
Right.
But man, oh man. So I think we dodged a bullet on that.
I mean, even Washington got substantial.
Yeah.
We dodged a bullet.
Well, I am here today with a dear friend, Dawn Wise of the LCS Education Foundation.
Hi, Dawn.
Dawn's
Hello.
the executive director. I refer to as the fairy godmother of all things Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation. She's incredible. And we're here to talk about Breakfast with the Superintendent. That's coming up next week.
I know. How did it get to be
I don't know.
March
How is
so
March
fast?
next week?
Again,
Because we were in hibernation.
Yeah.
It's a puzzler. It really is. And I'm looking for your banner. There it is. We're at 205.
Yes,
Okay.
205 nonprofits. That's
Okay.
right.
All right. Banner is correct. So back to the topic. But Dawn, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for taking time today. For those that don't know what the LCS Education Foundation is, and maybe you haven't heard of it, maybe you have, but you maybe just thought it was part of the school system.
Yep.
Tell folks what it is, what do you do, and how is that differentiated between the school system, the school board, the budget, all that kind of stuff.
Great questions, Mike.
Thank you. That's why they pay me the
You
big
just
bucks.
tee it up
It's
so well.
not his first day.
It isn't. Okay, so the Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation, it was actually founded in 1985. We just celebrated our 40th year.
Congratulations.
And thank you. And we were started very simple reason we were started was to stand in the gap between public revenues that are placed aside from federal, state, and local tax dollars for the Lynchburg City Schools budget, and those dollars that don't do all the things that need to happen in Lynchburg City Schools. So we stand in that gap between what is funded and what is not. So essentially where tax revenues can't fund something, that's where the Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation steps in and raises privately funded dollars. We don't have any tax revenues. Everything is privately funded. And we raise that money to help do really cool, impactful, exciting things that Lynchburg City Schools teachers, students, administration, and parents want to have happen for their students.
Okay. Plus, now I remember from previous interviews, if there are things that teachers need, for example, that oftentimes teachers might have to just pay out of their own pocket
Right.
to purchase these things. You guys fill the gap there too.
Yeah. So some of the great things we do, we have classroom innovation grants where teachers can apply for grants between up to $5,000 for things they want to do in their classroom that their school budget doesn't allow for. And we've done really fun things like gardens, all the way to one of our newest and most loudest ones is the Dragon Drummers at RS Payne, which is like this incredible student engagement drum line that kind of is showing up everywhere. Those are the kind of things we're funding. And then we have a school supply warehouse because teachers spend on average around $800 out of pocket a year for school supplies.
Wow.
So not
Out of their own pocket.
Out of their own pocket.
Yeah.
And there's no budget for that.
And by the way, they don't get paid enough
they don't
as
get
it is.
paid.
Yeah.
It's like,
800 is such a big fraction of their
It really is.
Yeah.
It really is.
Come on.
I know. So we have a really great school supply warehouse. It's been in existence for about 25 years, and it's housed at the facilities and maintenance warehouse. So Lynchburg City Schools provides that space for us, but we raise all the money to buy these bulk school supplies. So for every dollar that someone gives us, we turn that into $26 for the school supplies. We get lots of great donations, businesses closing, they'll give us all their stuff.
Yeah.
And so teachers, you know how great teachers are, they will repurpose anything into something for their classroom. So that's some of the things that we offer for our our teachers and students.
All right. Well, you have an upcoming event, several upcoming events.
We do.
I think we pre-gamed and said 4.
Am
I right?
We do. We
Okay.
have so we have our signature events, and then we have events where we are a fiscal agent for those. So there's great people doing all those behind the scene, the front of the house kind of work, while we're providing being the fiscal sponsor for them. And we'll tee that up in a little bit. So our big event, as I mentioned, we are privately funded, so we need to raise money to do all of these great things. My position and our staff of 4 are all privately funded. We aren't paid for by the school division or any kind of tax dollars. So the Breakfast with the Superintendent is coming up. It is our 20th year doing it. And it is where the superintendent of Lynchburg City Schools comes to do this really great event where they talk about all the things that are happening or a theme for the school year. And it is our big fundraiser. So we have over 400 people that usually end up showing up at our event. And it's something that's a great community engagement event. It's a great opportunity for people who usually don't get to see the superintendent or talk to them, can engage with them as well. So it is coming up March 5th.
Okay.
Next week.
And are tickets still available?
They are, yes. So I think the snow made everybody think that March is way far away, and it is not. We're also earlier this year. We base it off of a spring break at University of Lynchburg. So their spring break is very early. Okay. So, so tickets are available on our website, and people can go right on there and register. And also, I think it's on our Facebook page, too.
Okay. And it's at University of Lynchburg?
It is. It is March 5th, 7:30 to 9 a.m. The theme this year is Students at the Heart of Our Work, which is really warm and fuzzy. And tickets are $30 for individuals. There are some table sponsorships, a few left for that as well, too.
So that's in their dining hall, I guess?
It is,
yeah,
yes.
Good.
It's a great morning.
It's beautiful.
Do you need any volunteers for that?
Oh, wow. Yes. We would love volunteers. So volunteers for setup. So that's the day before. We have, like I said, over 400 seats and people that we're expecting. So we have a big setup event. And then helping people greet. So if you are somebody that would love to be somebody that helps come and greet people and be a table attendee that helps people find their table as well. There's 70 tables. So people sometimes get lost. So we would love to have help.
That's tremendous. Yeah. And tickets are still available, and we'll link this up on the broadcast. So what else do you have coming up?
Yes. So
I'm going to say that 2 more times.
Well, we also have, should we talk about Readathon next?
Yeah.
Let's talk about Readathon, because that's definitely coming up. So
well, I would say that why I call Dawn a fairy godmother is that when educational things need home, she's like, yes, come in. And so that happened with the Aspire Foundation was leaving our community. They were the fiscal agent for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library. Okay. And Jody Gillette was the lead at the time, and their board evaluated the program and realized, okay, the Ed Foundation is a great place for the Dolly Parton Imagination Library to live, because if we can engage with the 0 to 5 audience and get the books in the home, mailed to the homes, and the books follow them if they move and follow their postal address, we're going to those children are going to matriculate into the Lynchburg City school systems and be so much better prepared for pre-K. We can tell them about our pre-K programs, we can tell them about our educational opportunities, and we can market to that audience to say, come to public school and be better prepared. So now I think the data was 57% saturation of that population is receiving books from Dolly Parton Imagination Library, and Morgan is just continuing to grow that program. So that's awesome.
Yeah, it is. And so the Imagination Library, if people aren't familiar with it, it is a program that the Dollywood Foundation started years and years and years ago, and they provide the whole idea was that Dolly Parton felt that no child should go without books in the home. So they provide free books, and then there is a nonprofit organization that's the local champion that provides the shipping. So we don't get the books get mailed directly from the Dollywood Foundation to a child's home that is registered. And the idea is we get them at birth, and they graduate when they're 5 years old, so they'll have a library of 60 brand new books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, so it's really great. And so success is right around 55% if you can have 1 and 2 children registered. And we've surpassed that in Lynchburg thanks to the amazing group of people that are making that happen.
Yeah. And then the readathon program, this is my side hustle, so I know a lot about it. But
you have 12 side hustles.
At Bedford Hills, COVID happened. We couldn't do the carnival. We launched the readathon.
Okay.
The readathon now, 6 years later, is impacting 8 different elementary schools. We have 8 of our 10 elementary schools launching their readathon tomorrow. We're going to have kickoffs where athletes from all over the local colleges and high schools are going to help us kick off the goal, and it's a World Cup theme this year for a lot of the schools. And we have Southpaw, who is still, even though he's been retired, he's still working in retirement because the other mascot hasn't arrived yet.
Yeah, the other critter hasn't crawled out of the grave yet.
Yeah, Southpaw's doing his final lap of glory. So he's going to stop at all the schools. And Givens helps us with prizes. Blackwater Bike Shop. We have Schul Home on board to help us. For 2,770 kids are going to read 800,000 minutes in the next week and a half. And so all that's launching tomorrow. And LCS Education Foundation is our fiscal agent. So they help with printing. They help with printing bookmarks. They help with prizes and all of that to make it happen. And it's a really exciting time to talk about literacy. It's all about literacy and reading, stop, drop, and read with a flashlight, all these cool activities that happen in the school. But it also raises money for the PTOs at the school. Nice. Anywhere from $3,000 at some schools to $18,000 at some schools.
Lord.
And so that's not the focus, but the minutes read are, and that's just a byproduct. So grateful to the Ed Foundation for helping with that.
I want to plug this because I actually got a check for a sponsorship yesterday. So people, if businesses do want to sponsor, then they can also, and I just realized we probably need to put this on our website. I'm always trying to hustle for money. That's my hustle. So the fact that, the schools that are raising money, it is not the goal at all. No. The goal is to really make reading fun because some kids, they don't like to read. And this is just a way to really get every child excited about reading, because reading is the best. But there are people and sponsors, businesses that want to also show that we'd love to sponsor this because it's also showing that they support reading and literacy and how important it is for them. So if you want to sponsor, we will make sure that gets on our website as well, because that is an opportunity. And those dollars do not come to the Ed Foundation. They pass through us and they go back right to the schools. So the schools can do really fun things that they wouldn't have in their school.
Yeah, we do teacher stipends to offset those classroom costs and T-shirts for all the kids and things like that. So
super fun.
Yeah. We can go on all day, Mike.
I know. I'm sorry, Mike.
I know. And then
and so the final thing is pie. So
I like pie.
Pie Day is coming up March 14th. We've even had the superintendent's breakfast on Pie Day, which was crazy. But we have a new it's not a new organization, but there is an organization called Partners in Education that has been in existence since 1990. It was a community initiative that was started between Lynchburg City Schools and Lynchburg Regional Business Alliance before the Chamber. And it was an organization that and it still has. It has an incredible group of partners, over 250 businesses, faith-based, nonprofit, individuals, sororities, all these great people that come together to want to do great things in Lynchburg City Schools. And it was a way to match the people that just want to do boots on the ground work, not giving money. Hey, I want to read to a kid. Hey, I want to be a lunch buddy. Or, hey, we want to provide socks and gloves for kids during winter that don't have those. Cool. And so that organization was kind of, just community-based, and we really wanted to make it sustainable. So we worked with the Business Alliance, Lynchburg City Schools, the Ed Foundation, and then they have an advisory board, PI does, Partners in Education. And so we adopted them a year ago to really make it a sustainable organization. And I'm plugging this because we have on our website too another way for people to become involved in the work of Lynchburg City Schools. If you are somebody that would love to go and help a school, there are lots of schools that need it. You can be an individual, you can be a business. You can go on our website, lcsedfoundation.org, and Partners in Education. You can sign right up and they will match you. And it's so great to see the things that come out of just somebody wanting to do something simple like just helping a child out. And we can do after school or anything like that. So that's another thing. And we're saying, because it's Pi, we also have Pi Day, where we are bringing that awareness into the schools as well, into the community on 3/14. So
cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool. So if you want to learn more, you can go to your website. You can go to sharegreaterlynchburg.org. Just type in Lynchburg City Schools Education Foundation, and you will learn just about everything. There's all the links.
Yeah.
We'll link that up.
Yeah, and I did want to say that the Ed Foundation has a long history of partnering with the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, has an endowment fund that dollars pour out that are invested in the foundation, and they pour over to that foundation. So there's also ways to support through that angle if someone has a fund or something with the foundation, and every year you apply for grants, and so there is a great relationship between the two foundations. And I think I was on a webinar last week where they talked about the word that nobody wants to talk about is M. The M word is merger, and I think you all have a really beautiful picture of how you can merge programs that are sort of out in the universe sort of cycling and put it under a consolidated effort so it's more efficient. And I think it's a great example of what we try to message at SHARE, that sometimes it's not just about expansion, but it's about consolidation.
It really is.
And you all have consolidated really well and more efficiently. So
when you're a grant-making organization, it comes from a very selfless place. Like, you really just want as much good to go out in the world with as little duplication of efforts as possible.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
So
it's great.
Yeah, it's great. Couldn't do it without you all.
Very, very cool. So speaking of the foundation, what's going on with the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation?
Just a quick plug that the Century Fund is the application's ending on the 28th, which is just a few days away. So get your Century Fund $100,000 grant applications in. Transformational grant. We have some press releases coming out about some recent activities. The Youth Philanthropy Council wrapped up. We're going to announce our winners. We just had a award ceremony that we want to talk about as well. So more to come. Just look for the press releases and things to come out. And SHARE is doing great. We have a lunch and learn at Free Clinic today. We get to see the newly renovated and restored space of the Free Clinic.
Nice. Very, very cool. Well, if you'd like to learn more about the Century Fund and the Greater Lynchburg Community Foundation, visit lynchburgfoundation.org. Go to sharegreaterlynchburg.org. Is there still space over at Free Clinic?
No, we're sold out.
Gotcha.
We're capped out. Everybody was excited to see it.
Gotcha. Well, thank you so much. Thanks for joining us, and we really appreciate it. It is the Mike Show. It's the Tuesday edition coming up. We've got your audio vault. Stay tuned for that. Thanks.
Thank you.